Ooh, it's cold. Oh, hello there, YouTube. I'm in 1867 and it's a cold, cold day. You may know that in 1867, Luxembourg achieved its neutral status and became a modern country. But what else happened in 1867? Well, you can see it's a cold, wintry day, and on the 15th of January 1867, it was indeed a cold, cold winter. Now, I don't know whether the River Alzette froze over, but I have frozen it in this. However, I do know that in London on the 15th of January 1867, the lake at Regent Park was completely frozen over. So I'm guessing that there's a chance that the river may have been slightly frozen in Luxembourg. Now you may wonder, why do I know that the Regent's Park lake was completely frozen over? Well, on the 15th of January 1865, there are reports of the great tragedy at the Regent's Park where 40 people lost their lives. Now what happened was the lake had frozen over and Victorian people would go out and skate over the lake. Now the ice on the lake was very thick, and so there were about 200 people on the lake at Regent's Park. However, I'm not going to go on this ice in case it cracks, and the ice over at Regent's Park did indeed crack, and 40 people lost their lives. In fact, it was so cold that the ice froze over really quickly, and so retrieving the bodies was very difficult, and it took over a week or so before they could retrieve all 40 bodies from the lake. And after this tragedy in London, the lake at Regent's Park was filled in slightly, so it was only between 5 and 6 feet deep. And incidentally, a generation later, exactly the same thing happened in London. However, the second time, nobody lost their lives because the lake had been filled in to a depth of 5 to 6 foot. Now, in 1867, Queen Victoria was on the throne. We don't know what Queen Victoria thought of when she heard of the ice tragedy in London. However, in 1845, Queen Victoria had a near miss at Buckingham Palace Gardens. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert went for a walk around Buckingham Palace with one lady in waiting. That Christmas, Queen Victoria had given Prince Albert a gift of a pair of ice skates, and Prince Albert went ice skating on the lake at Buckingham Palace. Unbeknown to Prince Albert and Queen Victoria, the workmen had actually broken the ice deliberately to allow the wildfowl at Buckingham Palace to use the lake. So there were some holes in the ice that Prince Albert was not aware of, and unfortunately Prince Albert went skating on the lake and he fell through one of the weak spots on the ice, which is probably where the workmen had weakened the ice by making a hole earlier. Now there's only Prince Albert, Queen Victoria and one lady in waiting, and Prince Albert went below the level of water. He actually became submerged under the water. And it wasn't until Queen Victoria reached across to Prince Albert and pulled him out that he was rescued from the ice. All he suffered was a bruised chin and a cold. So when Queen Victoria heard about the Great Regent Park tragedy in 1867, it's my guess that may have actually reignited memories of her near-death experience with Prince Albert some 20 or 30 years beforehand. As you may guess, I am not going to go on the ice. I cannot swim, and because I'm wearing thick clothing, thick woolen coats, woolen clothing and a woolen waistcoat, I would actually drown really quickly and easily. So I'm not going to risk it. Although the ice does look tempting, yes, I will not go on the ice today. In fact, I think I'll just do some work instead. I'll go around and, you've guessed it, pick up dog pure. So, I'm off doing some work. Why don't you explore the streets of 1867 for yourself? And why don't you subscribe to this channel for more news and updates from the world of 1867? Bye! Bye, YouTube! Right, where's that dog poo? Oh, there's some in the distance. I think I'll go and get that.